In my ranking of all the fusions from Steven Universe, I obviously gave the #1 spot to Garnet because, yeah duh, who else? But second place went to the one and only Smoky Quartz, which should be no surprise considering how much I have praised Steven and Amethyst's relationship in other videos. But today I want to specifically go over why I think they have probably the best introduction out of any fusion in the whole show, and just one of the best character introductions in general. To begin, we need to talk about Steven and Amethyst's relationship. At the start of the series, Steven's very young, he's inexperienced. He has his mother's gem, but he doesn't really know how to properly use his powers yet. And Amethyst is probably the one who's the most encouraging towards him. Pearl is always very paranoid, wanting him to just not do anything. Garnet thinks he needs to find his own way. But Amethyst is just like, dude, go for it. Do the most batshit crazy thing you can think of. Which reflects her more reckless personality. And you can see that recklessness as kind of being more irresponsible, but if you really look at her, it's very clearly coming from a place of love and from a place where she really does want to see him grow. Her youthfulness compared to Garnet and Pearl also makes for a much stronger bond between her and Steven. They feel almost like siblings in a way. Over season 1 we get great episodes like Tiger Millionaire that flesh out their bond. And then there's On the Run, an absolute masterpiece that was our first real look into Amethyst's insecurities about herself. But now let's talk about the 4-part arc of Smoky's introduction. Crack the Whip, Steven vs Amethyst, Beta, and Earthlings. It starts pretty simple, continuing off the last episode with Jasper's return, Pearl and Garnet leaving Steven, Connie, and Amethyst to hang out and train. Amethyst also does this. I've got some very confused feelings right now, but I will take any excuse to mention my beautiful prince, Lars. But the main thing that's relevant to Smoky's introduction is their battle with Jasper. Stevonnie puts fusion into your head. It's yet another showcase of how Steven has grown as a fighter, but he's still only able to defeat Jasper with Connie's help. That's the important part. And similar to how Jasper continues to not realize the reason she's losing to fusions all the time is because of the love those fusions represent, and not because of some generic idea of strength. Amethyst sees Stevonnie beat Jasper and her lose to Jasper as her simply being weak. And Steven vs Amethyst is about how she feels she can't be stronger, seeing how much Steven has grown, feeling she can't match him, despite the fact that, again, Steven wasn't able to defeat Jasper. It was Stevonnie.
Well, I know what's wrong with me. I'm not supposed to be small. And everyone's always acting like there's no problem. You can be anything you want to be. No, I can't. I can't even be the one thing I'm supposed to be, you know?
Of course I do. I'm not Rose Quartz.
Oh no. Oh, Steven.
Why do you think I've been working so hard?
This ending is so sweet. This is something I and many disabled people have experienced. It's a feeling we pretty much all go through. And it's so sweet just seeing these two laughing it all off together. Now, Bismuth happens, and then we get the 2-parter, Beta and Earthlings. There's so much to love here. We get great continuation from Too Far and Too Short to Ride with the dynamic between Peridot and Amethyst, specifically in how Peridot is trying to uplift Amethyst like she did to Perry. But one of my favorite scenes in the show when it comes to setup is this.
It's a 1-gem metal band. 1, a 2, a 3, and... Well, that's as far as I practiced that.
Why don't you try one thing at a time? We can try it together.
Yeah.
Isn't this great?
No.
Look at all this cool stuff they're doing.
Yeah, it can be seen very simply as working together is better. But music is really a lot like fusion. Different instruments have their own unique identity, but when they come together, they create something entirely new.
And it wasn't quite me, and it wasn't quite you. I think it was someone entirely new.
Yeah, like that. Using music here to show the benefits of working together is the perfect way to set up Amethyst not just working with Steven to beat Jasper, but fusing to do it.
Stop trying to be like Jasper. You're nothing like Jasper. You're like me! Because we're both not like anybody. And yeah, It sucks. But at least I've got you. And you've got me. So stop leaving me out of this.
Us worst gems stick together, right?
That's why we're the best.
This has got to be one of the best scenes in the whole show. It's not just about Amethyst, it's about Amethyst and Steven. These past 4 episodes have all been building up to this moment.
What a beautiful day!
The music of Steven Universe is something I don't think gets talked about a lot. And I'm not talking about all the songs with lyrics. Those obviously get talked about a lot. I'm talking about like the actual score of the show. Different characters get different instruments assigned to them. For Amethyst and Steven, it's drums and chiptune respectively. And those two musical identities for them get perfectly represented in Smoky Quartz's own theme. And Smoky is just such a fun character. They come out and you immediately love them. So that was my little video talking about why I think Smoky Quartz has the best debut of any fusion in Steven Universe. Yeah, that's all I've got to say for now. Like and subscribe to make me smile, and I will see you later. Goodbye.